This guy was the most hated man in America for what he did to millions of people dying from cancer and HIV. Martin Shkreli became infamous after his company Turing Pharmaceuticals bought the rights to a drug called Daraprim, which is a daily drug used to treat a deadly parasite infection in people who are already immunocompromised, with things like HIV and cancer or those who had received an organ transplant. Now, Daraprim had been around for over 60 years as a fairly affordable drug that doctors and patients came to rely on. And overnight, Shkreli changed the price of the drug from $13.50 to over $750 per pill for a daily drug. That's a 5,500% increase, which effectively turned a life-saving medication into a luxury. Now, Shkreli claimed that the price increase was to fund research, but the drug hadn't seen any real innovation in decades. And due to these price hikes, people rationed the drug to try to make it last longer, and hospitals saved the few doses that they had left for kids, and people died because of it. Now, it's estimated that Shkreli made up to $50 million while using company funds for yachts, art, and other personal luxuries. And this scandal was so bad that Time magazine wrote an article titled, "Creatures Like Martin Shkreli Only Thrive in a Swamp." And because of this, Shkreli's face was everywhere. He's on TV and laughing and grinning the whole time saying, "I would have raised the price higher if I could." So Congress hauled him in for a hearing, and his response? It's just capitalism. So this story ends with some good news and some bad news. Eventually, Shkreli got arrested, but not for the price hikes. Those were totally legal. He got arrested for securities fraud and went to prison for 7 years. After that, his company, Turing Pharmaceuticals, goes out of business, and the same executives who were in charge just opened another company called Viera Pharmaceuticals and moved the rights to Daraprim to that company instead, and they never changed the price. But because of this whole scandal, generic versions of the drug are now available for as little as $1 per pill. Now, the big problem is that generic versions often run out of stock, forcing sick people to overpay for the name brand. But this is the pharmaceutical company playbook. Buy old drugs, make minor changes if any, patent the drug all over again, jack up the prices, and then laugh all the way to the bank. But even though the system still clearly puts profit over human lives, alternatives and generics would never exist if people like you didn't make the noise that you do. So make sure to follow for more stories that the system doesn't want you to hear.